garden.
Yeah, so big news today,
Yes.
obviously, is MoneySense Magazine has come out with the top 50 cities, the best cities in which to live. And where do you think is number one, yo?
Oh, yeah.
That's right,
Yo.
the 613.
I love it.
Right? I'm throwing down the gang signs
She
here.
is.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so we're very,
congratulations.
very proud of this. And of course, we've got the fabulous Mark Brown, Managing Editor of Reports and Ranking for MoneySense Magazine, on the line right now. We're going to ask him a few questions about this wonderful report. Hello, Mark.
Hello.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for
This
having me.
disembodied voice coming through the airwaves. So this is really exciting. We've already had it mentioned by the mayor this morning in council. What do you think of Ottawa coming out as the #1 city in Canada?
You know, I'm not terribly surprised. Ottawa has always done very well in this ranking. It's #1 this year. It was #2 last year. It's been in this position before, so it's a great place to live.
I find that just looking at the numbers, so Ottawa, 961,000 people, and then a big drop down to Burlington in #2 with 192,000, Oakville even smaller, and Boucherville in Quebec, 42,000. It seems to me that it's the small to medium-sized cities that are doing better. Is that an actual trend that we're seeing?
You know, it does bounce around a little bit. The smaller cities do tend to have a bit of an advantage, especially those satellite communities next to big cities, which can take advantage of all the services that a big city has to offer. But, you know, we've seen Calgary as one of the top cities before. Boucherville, you mentioned, was #1 last year. So it does really bounce around a bit. Ottawa is one of the biggest cities we're looking at in the top 10, and it's a large city, and obviously it's #1 this year.
And can you give our viewers a little idea of how the categories work? I know there are 35 of them, so you can't go through them all, but what are the ones that mainly stand out that we get judged on, I guess? Or
You know, as a personal finance magazine, we do skew a little bit towards the wealth affordability rankings. So we look at wealth, affordability, taxation, but we look at things like weather as well, crime stats, amenities, you know, because there's more to living in a place than just it being affordable. There's lots of affordable places in the country, but those aren't necessarily the best ones. And, you know, Ottawa has that perfect balance.
Well, I was really interested also to see that Montreal didn't even rate a mention.
You know, Montreal is surrounded by some fabulous communities, but Montreal has you know, higher unemployment typically, lower home affordability, lower incomes, and that's really holding that city back.
Right, of course. And then Toronto, #43. So I could say all sorts of completely inappropriate things about Toronto, except to say, so see?
yeah, no, but we're just going to focus on how proud we are, and I would say living here, very proud that it is #1. I think it's a place that a lot of people leave Ottawa, but always come back to. So it's definitely a place where we raise our families.
Like homing pigeons,
yeah,
we return.
we do return. So does that mean you're going to spend some time in Ottawa this summer?
I'll try to get there every once in a while. It's been a while, but I'll have to get back. I haven't checked out the new Lansdowne Park, so I'll have to get out there and see what that's all about. And I guess in a few years you'll have that new light rail line as well, so that should improve that transit score even better than it already is. So
Yes, exactly. Well, it's certainly been an interesting exercise in public patience. As
Yes.
is being developed.
we mentioned that too.
Yes, exactly. Listen, Mark Brown, thank you so much for being with us this morning. And of course, if you are interested in finding out more about the top rankings, check out MoneySense Magazine. It's one of our Rogers properties here, and it's chock-a-full. And of course, there's a beautiful big picture of the Byward Market right in the opening page. So there we go.
It's super fun.
Ottawa,
I love
#1.
it.